Long before astronauts walked on the moon, before the mission control said we have liftoff,
T minus 10.
before humanity left its first footprint on another world, a comic book had already been there. Not a science journal, not an investigative report, a comic book with a dog. The creator of that comic was a Belgian artist named Georges Prosper Remy, but the world knows him by a different name, Hergé. That name comes from the French pronunciation of his reversed initials, RG. Hergé was famous for two things: crystal clear artwork and stories that were obsessively well researched. He didn't just draw adventures, he engineered them. In 1949, Hergé decided to do something very bold. He sent Tintin to the moon.
And so early one morning, Captain Haddock, Professor Calculus, Mr. Wolf, and I prepared to embark on the most exciting adventure of all, a trip to the moon.
That was his first step into science fiction, and he made one rule very clear: no fantasy, no aliens, no magical nonsense. In his words, no moon men, no monsters, no incredible surprises, just science. To get it right, Hergé went deep. He collected scientific documents on rockets and space travel. He spoke to scientists. He studied physics, engineering, and propulsion. And because this was Tintin, he wrapped all of that in humor, chaos, and Captain Haddock shouting.
We assessed our oxygen supplies for 4 people. Now there's 6.
You hear that, you dinosaurs? We're gonna run out of oxygen all because you can't tell the difference between morning and night.
Science, education, but fun. And here is the astonishing part. His books predicted several key aspects of real space missions: multi-stage rockets, weightlessness in space, spacesuits and oxygen tanks, and a mission control center monitoring the flight in real time. He even chose a real lunar location, the Hipparchus crater region, that NASA eventually considered as a possible Apollo landing site. This was fiction, but grounded fiction. The rocket itself, red and white, were inspired by the V-2 rocket built by German scientists during World War II, became one of the most iconic images of comic history. Real Apollo rockets looked different, of course, but the scientists and engineers praised Hergé for the seriousness of his approach. He didn't guess wildly, he imagined carefully. When Apollo 11 landed on the moon in 1969, 15 years after Tintin's moon adventure, Hergé created a beautiful illustration. Neil Armstong steps onto the moon and is greeted by Tintin, Captain Haddock, and Professor Calculus, holding roses and a sign that says welcome. Science meeting imagination. Hergé didn't predict the moon landing by accident. He showed us what happens when curiosity, research, and storytelling come together. Sometimes fiction doesn't escape reality. It arrives there early and leaves the doors open.
If there's one thing I learned from all this, man's proper place is on the earth.